Welcome, one and all, to The Power of One. Today we are watching The Rings of Power Episode 4, The Great Wave. Folks, I appreciate you joining me again. This journey has been interesting. Having been a fan of the trilogy and some of the extended material, I am catching some of the external, or I shouldn't say external, some of the deeper implications of the information that Rings of Power is giving us. But it's still a coherent enough story standing alone that it can be enjoyable by people that have never even read the trilogy. And that says something for the storytelling. It's a fine line that they would have had to walk, because while, yes, Tolkien, his books, the movies have literally billions of fans and followers, it's still something that you don't want to make only for the hardcore folks. You want as many people as possible to be able to appreciate your vision in this show, and here it is. So I appreciate the work that they put into it, both for the in-depthness and subtlety. After all, last episode we got introduced to Isildur, which could be the Isildur that stops Sauron during the First War. Could be. We shall see. It could be a family name that's passed on and we're in the wrong generation. But I doubt it, because for all implications from the original story, once the rings were forged, the war was not long later. So who knows? Maybe that's where this show's going. We shall see. This episode, we should hopefully hear more about why Numenor's pissed at the elves, and meet this Adar. I think that's what they were calling him. Who may or may not be Sauron. He's the glove the dude had on looked like Sauron's armor, so might be him. Also, he looked like a human, and why a human would be ruling over orcs who revere him almost like a god. That's curious right there. So I am very curious to get into this next episode. Before we get into it, folks, I just want to say, make sure to take care of yourself. It is ever more important with more and more things going wrong. We're moving into winter now, so taking care of yourself allows you to keep an eye on the folks around you. But you need to be at the best that you can be in order to do that. We all care for the people around us. We all want them to be well. But in order to help them do that, we have to be well ourselves. We cannot sacrifice who and what we are for somebody else. It doesn't work. I say this from experience. I have done this. And it works for a minute, but it doesn't help, because you only get ground further and further down. You need to be as healthy as you can be. If they are going to lean on you, they need something solid to lean on. And I say this because I see a lot of people pushing themselves to the limit without taking a minute for themselves. And it's admirable to continue to push for others, but not when it leaves you behind. So please, folks, take care of yourself. It's important. You are worth taking care of yourself. That having been said, let's get into the episode.
I need it completed by spring. Have you considered seeking partners outside the confines of our own race?
Tell me about your king's proposals.
That's one thing I didn't quite understand, is why he needed it completed by spring. Like, was it a equinox thing or whatever? It had to be a certain time, or is the guy just impatient?
Thinking I might defer. When the sea trial begins and that ship launches, you will be on it.
I don't want any trouble.
They had to put the arm break in there. Oh, dear God. That was one thing I don't think I commented on before. The music for this has been done by Bear McCreary. I absolutely love pretty much everything that Bear McCreary has ever done. He came on my radar for music for Battlestar Galactica, the remake on Sci-Fi, and the music they came up with for that was very moving, and it aided everything about that show. So I am very much excited that he is doing the music for this show. Not that, we can play any of it for you because YouTube.
One as boundless as a sunrise over the rolling sea.
I actually like that as a societal moment. Like, you take them, all the kids born in a month or something, and you honor that. It reminds you why you're working for the future. Maybe we should start doing things like this.
Sometimes our island just needs a stretch. Just like you.
That's not good. I love that she's still holding this kid, and the mom's like, lady, whatever you're about to do, can I have my child back? So a tidal wave created by an underwater earthquake?
It is a perfect...
Oh, vision of the future. Got it.
What business would you begin with?
Business, you getting the hell out of here. I want to sleep.
I didn't realize you're in the middle of something important.
Chancellor, statecraft is the art of attending to small matters as diligently as grand ones.
Man makes a point. That's actually a really good way to look at it.
Now, what seems to be the trouble?
We may have a bit of a squall on our hands.
Elf ships on our shore.
See, I'm not sure if I agree with that, because you have to be clever to get wise. How else are you going to figure out the wisdom in the world?
The queen's either blind or an elf lover. Just like her father. Elf lover!
What is your boner against the elves, though?
But now one elf could threaten us.
I like this guy.
Drinks all round.
Each of those drinks has a sedative in it. Calm the fuck down. I do actually like that guy, because he's just, like he said, doing statecraft.
But he isn't a...
It's impressive.
I was going to say infuriating.
How is that infuriating?
From vineyards near the Meneltarma. Supposed to make you forget your troubles, or so they say.
So it is roofied.
Heir in exile to the throne of the Southlands.
And I suppose Elendil here is a runic emperor.
Had a lord, actually.
I like that look of his, like, don't, just please don't.
Island for a reason, and it will not be quelled by you, Regent.
Wow. And he got locked up. That's awesome.
I'll have the pleasure of calling all of you shipmates. Who now, cadets? Who?
Now the question is he going to throw this on purpose? Because the smart thing would be to just do the thing, pass the test, and then move on with life.
I've seen you ease that Helliot proper 100 times. That was deliberate. You're off the sea guard!
And there it is. Yep. Wait, what?
What have you ever done but brood and blubber about your dead mother? Stop it! Stop it! Enough!
I get the guy's angry, but I think that was taking it a step too far.
Staying, what does it matter? The real problem is him. And that's not going anywhere.
How's it not going anywhere if he's going away? Homie, listen to yourself. It's interesting that some of those bone helms are very similar to Sauron's helm from the trilogy. This guy's an elf? Shanked him to end his suffering? This guy's conveying honest emotion, so, like, to him, this is like killing one of his children, I think. Which puts a whole new spin on all this. Means this guy might have created this batch of orcs.
Why do the orcs call you father?
Which I assume is what Adar means.
At least... not yet.
Ah, so this guy's shooting for godhood.
What message?
So we still got nothing about this guy. Like, we know he's an elf. We know he's familiar with elven lands. But that's it. Give me something more.
Doing anything
We
about it?
are doing everything we can.
Well, I'm not.
Theo! Theo! You can either help me or you can make it harder.
And again, I get that she's trying to be protective of him, but desperate times. I mean, that's a good start. Imagine what they could have brought back if, more people had gone with them. Big old sack of rice would definitely help with feeding a ton of people.
Rowan?
Dude, you should have been getting the get out of there, like, right away.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, he did it on purpose to light it up.
Which do you find out? Nobody sneaks till he's found.
So Adar knows that Hilt can confer power on him, whereas this kid's just like, I got no clue what I got.
Today, my lord. What troubles you?
No, I promised myself I wouldn't mention it. He's your friend.
Oh no. What happened now?
He's hiding something.
Well, all these dwarves are in elven land, so of course they're going to be on edge, man. Just relax. Let them do the work.
Suspicious.
Are you suggesting Durin's got himself a wee girlfriend?
There is none other than you, milady.
I know. Who'd have him?
I like her.
No?
Yeah. Pretty sure what they were hinting at in the other episode was a Silmaril.
You lost elf. Eh?
No. I know exactly where I'm going.
Those little windows, those are so cool, actually. I really like those. That's a neat touch. So that would be shady, because, I mean, if it's an old mine that was shut down or something, he'd really be wondering why the dwarves were going back in it. And they're mining behind magic walls? Shadier and shadier. And again, it's a small, subtle thing, but I like that they're consistent with the size of doorways. Like, he had to bend down to get in there. So many shows just overlook stuff like that. And I don't know why, but I like that attention to detail.
I knew it!
Durin,
Oh, is that Mithril?
for this friendship. And secrets do not become it. What is the meaning of all this?
Is it a Mithril mine?
You'll never breathe so much as a whisper of what I'm about to tell you to another living soul. Dwarven anger outlives even elven memory.
That, I believe.
When you are lighter than silk, hard.
So it is Mithril. Oh, the introduction of Mithril.
Keep it.
Ooh.
Token of our friendship.
All right. Yeah, that's a good touch. Making inroads and...
No! There's 4 dwarves down there! Durin?
perilous to mine. I wonder what's involved with that. Because Mithril becomes one of the most badass substances in Middle Earth. And honestly, I thought Mithril had been around for quite a while, which is why I thought it was a Silmaril that was glowing of its own accord.
So, how about this? I'll do the floors and you do the goblets, and the last one to finish pays for dinner.
I'm not in the habit of going off with strange young men.
Very wise. If I see any, you'll be the first to know.
Alright, this guy's slick. I'll give him that.
Has it ever occurred to you that you're not battling trolls or orcs, but men?
Are you really about to advise me in the art of war?
No.
Certain kind of war.
There. But then, the Queen's Court isn't exactly your usual battlefield, is it?
Exactly. Different kind of warfare.
The Queen Regent has rendered her decision. You are to be shipped back to the Elves under armed escort tonight.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Step forward.
That one comes with me. Yeah, see, he is so good at manipulating people. Where did he learn all this if he's been in exile? How long has he been in exile? There's something about that dude! Does Isildur get wrapped up with the elf? That would be interesting. And an interesting way to start to bring some of the storylines together. Get your major names all in one place.
Your father was loyal to the Elvish ways. Why are you not? Tell me.
Yeah, why did the whole city turn against his ass?
As all Numenor slept, he brought me here.
Palantir.
Oh.
One must pass to my father, and with it, a secret. Place your hand upon it.
Yeah, because Sauron had one, Saruman had one. Oh, the vision of the tidal wave. That's where it came from. Okay.
You speak of was your ancestors' loyalty to the elves.
My father believed that. His path nearly destroyed us.
But how?
Hard, Galadriel. But it is too fine a thread from which to hang a kingdom. I'm sorry.
I mean, she's got a point on that. I can understand that. But still, that's rough. And they didn't explain, like, why things got bad. Like, quote unquote, that it almost destroyed us following the path of loyalty. I don't get it. Oh yeah, trying to move around with orcs up there during nighttime. Not a good plan.
Let's go.
The hell was that fireball? Is that really the best plan, man? It does have certain echoes of Frodo's flight through Mordor, getting by the orcs when they're fighting each other, that kind of thing. Echoes of the future? It'll be interesting if he runs right into the elf that they let go to deliver the message, and the two of them return together. Okay, I was right about the elf coming back, but wow, that was pretty slick. That was a nice cut, because I actually believed that he cut the arm off. Very good editing. What I find is, Adar was like, hey, go back and deliver a message. And within minutes of being let go to deliver the message, Elf's got weapons and he's murdering orcs, and I love it. Okay, that was slick. I like that they're being creative about that kind of stuff too, because they kind of showed off with that stuff with Legolas in the trilogy. So I do like that they're kind of continuing that tradition. Oh, I think she's about to get killed, which is going to piss the elf off. They got lucky. They made it to dawn. I was wondering if like more of the people were going to come from the tower to help them out, but no, the sun. I get it. Ooh, dwarven funeral. So is this stone singing for those who passed? Because I dig this.
Hottest coals eventually cool.
Well, sometimes I wish they wouldn't. Sometimes I wish I could tell him exactly what I think of him.
You can?
My father single-handedly sailed to Valinor and convinced the Valar to join the war and vanquish Morgoth.
Wow.
To forever carry the evening star across the sky. For many years at day's end, I would look up at it.
And I'm dealing with you.
With my father. Do not waste what time you have left with yours.
I'm not gonna lie, that hits deep with me because I lost my dad, and yeah, I understand exactly what he means. I would take anything from him to have one last conversation.
Screaming, son.
It was a battle cry.
The screams were so high-pitched, I thought it was a child, so I took up my bow.
It was a sword.
It was a bow.
Ah, it was
Regardless.
a sword.
That's awesome. See, that's the banter of friends.
And I was wrong. Can you not even look at me?
Oh, did his dad just die? Oh no, he's still breathing.
Good. Go to London. Find out what.
I was to say, yeah, if there's anything more at work, it's from Celebrimbor, not from Elrond. Elrond's just making stuff happen, because that's his job.
If he forsake all claim to these lands, and swear fealty to him.
Ooh.
And if we refuse?
Wipe them out. All of them. And because human's gonna human, as soon as that gets out, some are gonna be like, hey, why not? What's one king over another? We were under the boot of the elves. Let's be under this guy's boot. Oh, that's where he hit it. Okay. I was wondering why the guy didn't find it, like, immediately.
Oh, lad. You save your strength. You'll need it for what's coming.
So there's going to be a contingent in the fort that's going to betray them if the orcs do come and attack. She's just leaving Duder here?
I'll clean this.
One final acknowledgement from a guy who was kind of on her side to begin with, so I like that. She's got that vibe like, I am never going to see you people again, because you are doomed. Yeah, and I like, through very subtle looks and everything, that they've implanted in that guy the dissension that's going to start with, or that's going to lead to some of Numenor coming to help. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Amongst us even now.
Well, at least he's not in jail anymore.
Not face. And so, I've decided to personally escort the elf back to Middle-earth.
Oh, they called her back. Wow. Dicks? Although I suppose Yeah, like, he is asking them to go to war, so I can understand there being nervousness. Okay, I like that last scene with folks, raising their hand and saying, I will serve, because it shows that it was fear keeping them down, and that they are still good people looking to help, looking to, still defend the world. And I really do dig that. Because initially, they were all made out to be dicks. Like, feck the elves, we're done here, and now, though, seeing their kind of signs and portents, it helped push them across that line of fear. So, Numenor is about to line up behind the elves, or I should say, an elf. And that elf is about to go back to the Elven lands being like, I brought an army, I know he's over there, do you finally believe me? Let's go. This should be fun. I'm also very curious to see Elrond's reaction to seeing that she's not in the Blessed Lands. that will be interesting to see. So, folks, thank you for joining me for this episode. I am very much looking forward to more. I'm also curious to see if Halbrand joins up with her to fight in this war. Because, I mean, if they're going to free the Southlands, homeboy has every reason to come with, doesn't he? So, we shall see. I'm looking forward to the next episode. I'm also looking forward to seeing you there with me. So, folks, thank you. Take care of yourselves. And remember your power. That's all you need. Have a good one, folks.